Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, I'm not feeling real well today, okay, and I wasn't feeling the best yesterday either, so just bear with me. I'm going to try and read these Twitter files, then I'm going to read some comments, then I'm going to jump off, and then I'm going to come back with a gardening video and have a relaxing video just for a change, because even this is peeing me off, as YouTuber peeing me off right now. Oh my goodness. Hey, out to lunch. How you going? Luna, Ruff, how you doing? Susie, how you going? GL Loft, how you going? Who else have we got? I am Kai, how you going? Who else have we got? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Alex, how you going? Who else have we got? We got out to lunch. Susie, Menacing. Anyone else? We got Faith. We got Angie as well. Who else have we got? Dealey, Nicey, how you doing? Okay, guys, we're going to go to, oh, I'm feeling a bit, okay. We'll just deal with it. Because the first thing that came up for me this morning was Liz Churchill. We work with all platforms and we've been working with Twitter since the beginning. Unelected chief propaganda censorship king Jonathan Greenblatt, funded by the World Economic Forum. Who would have thought? And UK, Bernie's tweet said, UK, if your own government did this to you, then we've been involved with the Cabinet Office Rapid Response Unit, our 77th Brigade, helping to quash rumours from misinformation and also to counter disinformation. I've got a feeling every country is doing this. All of our governments are doing this to us, and it's peeing me off. Think what they're doing now. The government is not your friend. The British military information war waged on their own population. Who would have thought? Oh, dear God. Now I'm going to go to the Twitter files somewhere. I'll find them. Oh, okay. Okay, just let me go back. I've done this on purpose. Anne Collier said 3 of us resigned from Twitter's Trust and Safety Council today. Eriliana, Podesta, Leslie, and me. Here's why. We're announcing a resignation from Twitter's Trust and Safety Council because it's clear from research evidence that, contrary to claims by Elon Musk, the safety and well-being of Twitter users are on the decline. Why? Because Adam Schiff's put out a stupid tweet saying that crimes against women on Twitter are up again, up so many percent, and against the LGBTQ community and AI. Hang on, LGBTQ AI community, because it's like they're AI or they've been brainwashed by AI. I don't know. Okay, the question has been on our minds. Should Musk be allowed to define digital safety as he has freedom of expression? Our answer is a categorical no. Okay, so they want to control speech. I can't even say the name. Ileana Abdul Rahman and Ann Colley have been members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council since its inception in 2016. That person, whose name I cannot really pronounce, was the first female representative from Asia and has served on the council's sexual exploitation prevention advisory group. She wasn't doing a very good job. Anne's been working with social media platforms on youth digital safety for more than 20 years. Why is it getting worse then? And served on the Twitter Council's online safety and harassment prevention group. We know that even after the resignations and dismissals of thousands of employees, there are people working at Twitter who care about reducing hate speech and protecting users on the platform. I feel like vomiting every time I read hate speech. It's speech they don't like. That's what it is. There already are laws against threatening people and speech which is actually illegal. Anywho, we are deeply saddened by this decision because Twitter has been a place of joy in many ways. I'm sure it's like their videos, they're like adult daycare centres. I was just watching Tucker Carlson and he said it, he had it on the screen and I thought, that's the perfect way to describe these places. They're like adult daycare centres. They don't do much work and they're very comforted. God, you might as well go and wrap yourself in cotton wool, mate, and go and, I don't know. There's no way you're going to be safe in this world that there's just, you've got to deal with things, including hate speech or what you presume is hate speech. We are deeply saddened by I read that. Oh, didn't I? Interacting with our professional networks and supporting the public discussion about our respective passions. What, of doing nothing? That's what it looks like. I'm so sorry, but that's what it looks like. Look, they might be nicest people in the world, but they're doing nothing, okay? Their job is useless. Despite a lack of acknowledgement on the part of Twitter's new ownership, we would like to acknowledge the hard work of all members of its Trust and Safety Council over the past 6 years. It makes me wonder, I really think there's a revolving door between agencies, government agencies, and their social media companies. I really do. The establishment of the council represented Twitter's commitment to move away from a US-centric approach to user safety, strong collaboration across regions, and the importance of having deeply experienced people on the safety team. That last commitment is no longer evident. Okay, blah, blah, she's an idiot. She wants to control speech, okay? Stanovich said you all belong in jail. I absolutely agree. Because Twitter refused to remove child porn because it didn't violate their rules, okay? Look, I've done this on Facebook and Twitter. I've reported things and it did not violate their rules. So what were these people's jobs? To promote more of it? Because that's what we've got. Elon Musk said it's a crime. They refused to take action on child exploitation for years. Jack said this is false. And Elon Musk responded, no, it's not. When Ella Irwin, who now runs that's an easier way to put it. Ella Irwin, who now runs Trust and Safety that's a new person, joined Twitter earlier this year, almost no one was working on child safety. She raised this with Ned and Parag, and they rejected her staffing request. I made it top priority immediately. Now, I'm behind Elon on this, but I'm not behind Elon on chipping people's brains. I don't want that, okay? So don't get me wrong. I'm behind him on this free speech, and if he does this, great. But I'm still watching him. At the same time, Ned was spending millions on Warriors seats, super messed up priorities. Clay Thompson said, I continue to be blown away with just how little Jack supposedly and seemingly knew about the goings-on at his own company. I can't tell if the guy is a complete fraud or just a fool who allowed these criminals to manipulate him behind his back. I think Jack knew. People were tweeting at him. This has been going on for years. And I think he's trying to scapegoat the rest of the company. Okay, they did it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, you know. Elon is taking a directionally true claim on how Twitter Stasi spent its time going after Babylon B-libs of TikTok, not as much as on protecting kids. If that perception is false, Yoel and Vijay's calendars would refute. What did they do all week? I don't think they did much. Honestly, can you release their calendars? Objective data is good. What did they do during the week? Again, Cernovich said, Yoel doctored his calendar entries, little cover-up artist. The public need to see them. How much time was spent on given decisions and with whom? Yoel Roth, it happens. I'm a big believer in calendar transparency, but I reached a certain point where my meetings became very interesting to people and they weren't meeting names generic enough to cover. Anyway, let me know. Very boring business meeting today. That is definitely not about Trump. It was with the FBI. That's what pretty much. Definitely not meeting with the FBI, I swear. Okay? So that's not even the drops yet. I thought this was funny. Alexandria Marshall said, stop giving billions of our money to solar and wind farms, you twat. Anthony Albanese said, extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. That's why today we've agreed with the states and territory on energy relief. Oh, my God, what's he doing now? This plan is irresponsible. So you think just the opposite of what they're telling you, okay? Targeted and temporary, so permanent, and God knows what it involves because they can't even arrange their own parliament. And it'll give real relief to households, make households struggle and businesses as well in this unprecedented situation. I'd say that the last two words are probably correct. This unprecedented situation they're going to put us in. Okay? Idiots. Anywho, you got to laugh. Mike Stevens said more fair income. 1,600 fully ambulance workers are off with the Rona. Healthy ambulance workers have been sacked. Melbourne is being warned to brace for hospital trouble this weekend. 7 News Melbourne. I put some interesting things in here too to lighten the mood a bit. Roller said, I'm on the shitting myself scale of 1 to 10. This comes in at 14. Ready? Hang on. I love things like this. Sorry. Nature. It's just beautiful. It's deadly. And I don't know if this person survived taking this video. Duck, mate. Duck. Duck. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I hope he's all right.
oh dear God.
Duck. So I just found that interesting. Sorry, guys, but you're going to have a couple of different little things in here just to try and lighten the mood a bit. I retweeted 2 dots. Oh, dear. Brazil. In just a few months, over 3,000 babies were born with microcephaly. Oh, my goodness. I used to know how to say this. Microcephalia. Without any scientific evidence, the government assumed the disease was caused by the Zika virus. However, the Australian researchers have now revealed that the true cause of the disease was the toxicity of the mandatory DTP given to pregnant women the year before. The vaccines were funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And that was really sad when that happened. It was devastating for the families it would have been, you know. Alexandria Marshall said perhaps Albanese would be good enough to explain how enshrining racism in the Constitution, along with the taxpayer-funded bureaucracy of inner-city activists, will help this sort of violence and mob lawlessness in outback communities. Northern Territory police officers been attacked by a mob of people in troubled remote Indigenous community, with one officer suffering a head injury. I don't know how to fix this. Honestly, I don't. But my God, I don't think these the government getting involved is going to make it worse, okay? Police were called to an incident in Wadeye, 400 kilometres southeast of Darwin, on Thursday evening after a man was allegedly assaulted with an edged weapon. A group of people allegedly threw rocks at officers at the site, injuring a policewoman who was struck in the forehead and suffered a 2-centimetre cut. And but I might be really old-fashioned, but I don't think women belong in jobs like this. The majority of violence in the region has emerged out of Wadeye, pictured one man seen with an arrow through his forearm, believed to be in the rural town of Wadeye. The officers were forced to flee from the area, but returned a short time later with more police who helped disperse the mob. Wadeye was at the centre of violent clashes between rival Indigenous clans earlier this year. Frightening photographs from the township revealed the extent of the war between the tribal rivals. Likened to the Wild West, the community has seen pitched battles after dark, rival gang members wheeling around the streets and setting houses and vehicles alight. Gangs of locals armed with axes, hammers, iron bars and machetes have roamed the streets searching for victims, with authorities apparently powerless to stop them. About 40 houses were torched and abandoned earlier this year, with some armed thugs posing for pictures in front of the burning properties. Shocking video footage showed locals looting buildings, snatching expensive computer equipment, then jubilantly destroying it. In June, at least 4 men were pierced in the arms and legs by arrows that had been fired from crossbows during a violent clash in the town. And like I said, I don't know how to fix it, but I do not think, especially inner city activists, are going to fix anything. An armed society is a polite society. And when people think they can be shot for doing what they're going to do, they might think twice. People need to be armed. Clown World said Department of Energy refuses to fire non-binary energy official Sam Brinton despite second airport luggage scandal and growing Republican fury. Is there a thread or is it just merch? I think it's merch, yeah. Okay, Mike Stevens said reporter Julie Yu suddenly collapses during a live broadcast. We'll just watch it, okay? We won't have sound. We'll just watch it for a minute. I'm assuming this lady here, from what I've seen, this lady here is going to collapse. Yep, there she goes. Is she all right or is she dead? Is this another died suddenly? Who knows? Mike Stevens said, imagine our surprise, widely reported in mainstream media worldwide. Ben Domencino, I don't know how to say that. I hope I said it right. Perisher Valleys, minus 7 degrees Celsius this morning was Australia's lowest summer temperature on record. We're having it like this. Global warming is terrible. So terrible. So terrible it's freezing. What the hell is going on? Oh, dear God. Dane said, powerful message for Europe and every white Christian country, to be exact. Okay, you ready? This is a bit... Okay.
Birthday to you. Make a wish. Granny.
Life as you know it's about to change. While your children play, we Europeans are being replaced.
Here it comes.
Violent clashes with
A safe home will become yesterday.
Deserve to get shot.
Immigrants will bring their wars to your doorstep.
airstrikes on rebel positions.
We are going to stay.
You will fight to survive. Safety will become a privilege of the political elite. Is this the future you want? You can stop this. Act now. Demand change. Before you lose it. Act now before you lose it. Seriously. We all need to. And let our politicians know it's not on. Because we know what's happening in these countries that we're in. It's happening in the UK. It's happening in Australia. It's happening in, I'm pretty sure, Canada, New Zealand, everywhere. All over. Like when I say UK, I mean like not just England, but Sweden and everywhere. David Sachs said, let's stop pretending that big tech even has moderation policies. They're making it up as they go, responding to pressure from above and below. They are adrift in terms of principle, which is what happens when you reject free speech. Josephine Cashman said the Greens established by the Nazi British Eugenic Society mean you're fake and far right. This is in response to Adam Bant. I'm not a fan of government and corporate far right cutouts like we saw in the January 6th pre-planned, undeniable FBI false flag operation designed to shut down debate. Now who's scheming? Said it like it was. Okay, here's another one of those just random videos. Oddly terrifying. Boat collides with massive wave in the deep sea. Okay, we ready? Let's have a look at this one. Whoop. There's some mighty big waves. I used to love watching videos like that of ships going through the waves and, you know, just massive waves. There is video on YouTube and probably around, I don't know where else, but there are videos of people in cruise ships that have been hit by massive waves as well. Okay, here we go. I think this is number 3. Why do I think that's number 3? Okay, let's just read it anyway, as it goes. Sorry, it's the way I've shared it. Oh, no. Okay. The Twitter files, the removal of Donald Trump, Part 1, October 2020, January 6. The world knows much of the story of what happened between the riots at the Capitol on January 6 and the removal of President Donald Trump from Twitter on January 8th. We'll show you what hasn't been revealed, the erosion of standards within the company in months before J6, decisions by high-ranking executives to violate their own policies and more, against the backdrop of ongoing documented interaction with federal agencies. This first instalment covers the period before the election through January 6. Tomorrow, Schellenberger MD will detail the chaos inside Twitter on January 7th. On Sunday, Barry Weiss will reveal the secret internal communications from the key date of January 8th. Just give me a sec. Because I've got to follow them now. I think I'm following Barry Weiss. Am I? Yes, no, I don't know. Am I? Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, guys, I've got to do it. Yeah, they reveal the secret. Barry Weiss will reveal the secret internal communications from the key date of January 8th. Whatever your opinion on the decision to remove Trump that day, the internal communications at Twitter between Jan 6 and Jan 8 have clear historical importance. Even Twitter's employees understood in the moment it was a landmark moment in the annals of speech. Is this the first sitting head of state ever to be suspended? As soon as they finished banning Trump, Twitter execs started processing new power. They prepared to ban future presidents and White Houses, perhaps even Joe Biden. The new administration, says one exec, will not be suspended by Twitter unless absolutely necessary. What, like he starts rambling and they got to take him off for his own good? I mean, Joe Biden. Twitter execs removed Trump in part over or one executive called the context surrounding actions by Trump and supporters over the course of the election and, frankly, 4+ years, really. In the end, they looked at the broad picture and found that they were losing. Anyway, but that approach can be cut both ways. Hi, Vijaya. I'm working with someone on my team to put together a doc to share with you, a POV from research, ours, academics with whom we have been working, etc., on DJT's language as coded indictment to further violence. Well, I don't know who your academics and researchers are, but they're bloody hopeless. In the meantime, here's our quick take. The decision on whether to pull that particular tweet or use that as a last straw for Trump depends on how many factors, including one, the overall context and narrative in which that tweet lives. We currently analyse tweets and consider them at a tweet-by-tweet basis, which does not appropriately take into account the context surrounding. You've got to be kidding. You were losing. That's why you did it. You can use the yelling fire into a crowded theatre example. Context matters in the narrative that Trump and his friends have pursued over the course of this election and, frankly, the last 4 years must be taken into account when interpreting and analysing that tweet. There are no comments or stop here. It's got to be said in one breath, this whole sentence, the whole lot. The larger question is around our moral imperative and decision as a company which hang on, where was I up to? User sentiment should not drive based on one, and I believe that his tweets does violate our rules when taking that historical context and current climate into account. They're full of shit. The bulk of the internal debate leading to Trump's ban took place in those 3 January days. However, the intellectual framework was laid in the months preceding the Capitol riots. Before J6, Twitter was a unique mix of automated, rules-based enforcement and more subjective moderation by senior executives. As Barry Weiss reported, the firm has a vast array of tools for manipulating visibility, most of all which were thrown at Trump and others pre-J6. As the election approached, senior executives, perhaps under pressure from federal agencies, with whom they met more as time progressed, increasingly struggled with rules, began to speak of VIOs as pretext to do what they'd likely have done anyway. After J6, internal slacks now show Twitter executives getting a kick out of intensified relationships with federal agencies. Here's Trust and Safety Head Yoel Roth lamenting a lack of generic enough calendar descriptions to concealing his very interesting meeting partners. This is the one I just read. He wasn't seeing the FBI, he swears. These initial reports are based on searches for docs linked to prominent executives whose names are already public. They include Roth, former Trust and Policy Chief Vijaya Gadde, and recently Plank Walk Deputy General Counsel and former top FBI lawyer Jim Baker. One particular Slack channel offers a unique window into the evolved thinking of top officials in late 2020 and early 2021. On October the 8th, 2020, executives opened a channel called US 2020 XFN Enforcement. Through J6 has become home for discussions about election-related removals, especially ones that involved high-profile accounts, often called VITs or very important tweeters. So it says, hey there everyone, starting tomorrow, October 9th until November 15th, this channel will be used for the following reasons related to the US 2020 elections. Trends identified that require scaled investigations, high-profile account escalations that potentially require PII, soft interventions, scalable solutions required, edge cases for XFN consultation, highlight tech issues, bugs, tools, outage, JIRA tickets. This is an enforcement channel between TA and AMPS and TWS to help speed up our response related to election issues over the coming few weeks. Get will start providing a handover starting at APAC shift tomorrow, Friday, October 9th, using following template. Handover next shift, EMEA, APAC, NA, Thursday, October 8th, 2020. All these 2 and 3 letter initials flying at us. Open escalations, none. Notes from the shift, ask, can you please make sure everyone on your team is within the channel? The teams that we included are as follows: site integrity, safety policy, product trust, Safety Operations, Media Ops, Global Escalation Team. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. I have a question and a concern. These are all just, why are they called different names? They're all the same thing, pretty much. Censorship. There was at least some tension between Safety Operations, a larger department whose staff has used a more rules-based process for addressing issues like porn, scams and threats, and a smaller, more powerful cadre of senior policy execs like Roth and Garde. The latter group were a high-speed Supreme Court of moderation, issuing content rulings on the fly, often in minutes and based on guesses, gut calls, even Google searches, even in cases involving the president. Dear me. And this was a DJT tweet, breaking news. 50,000 Ohio voters getting wrong absentee ballots out of control. Yep. A rigged election be enough to be violation, right? And Yoel said, if the claim of fact were inaccurate, yes, but it looks like that's true. Really? During this time, executives are also clearly liaising with federal enforcement and intelligence agencies about moderation of election-related content. While we're still at the start of reviewing the Twitter files, we're finding out more about these interactions every day. And the rest, don't think the rest aren't doing it. Policy Director Nick Pickles is asked if they should say Twitter detects misinfo through ML, human review, and partnerships with outside experts. The employee asks, I know that's been a slippery process. Not sure if you want our public explanation to hang on that. And Pickles, are you comfortable with marketing talking about misinfo by saying that we detect it through ML, human review, and partnerships outside? I know that's been a slippery process, so I'm not sure if you want our public explanation to hang our hat on that. Can we just say partnerships? Pickles says, example, not sure we describe the FBI, DHS as experts or some NGOs that aren't academic. Pickles quickly asks if they could just say partnerships after a pause. He says, example, not sure we describe the FBI as experts. Okay. This post about the Hunter Biden laptop situation shows that Roth not only met weekly with the FBI and DHS, but the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI. Bot application. Yoel has checked in. Here's what they said. What's new for you since our last check-in? Hacked materials exploded. We blocked the NYP story. Then we unblocked it, but said the opposite. Then said we unblocked it, and now we're in a messy situation where our policy is in shambles, comms is angry, reporters think we're idiots, and we're refactoring. Yeah. Only, idiots. And we're refactoring an exceedingly complex policy 18 days out from the election. In short, FML. Does that stand for F my life? Like it does? I don't know. Weekly sync with FBI, DHS, DNI, RE election security. This meeting happened about 15 minutes after the aforementioned hacked materials implosion. Sorry, guys. Implosion. The government declined to share anything useful when asked. Monthly meeting with FBI, FITF, briefed on several ongoing investigations. Roth's report to FBI, DHS, DNI is almost farcical in its self-flagellating tone. We blocked the NYP story, then unblocked it, but said the opposite. Comms is angry, reporters think we're idiots. Everyone does. In short, yep, that's what I thought it meant. Okay. Some of Roth's latest slacks indicate his weekly confabs with federal law enforcement involve separate meetings. Here he ghosts the FBI and DHS respectively to go first to an Aspen Institute thing, then take a call with Apple. Hey there, I have to miss the FBI and DHS meetings today. Unfortunately, I saw you're in the invites of both. As our site policy, can you give me a quick readout if there's anything interesting that comes up? Sure thing, I hope that everything's okay. Yeah, just have conflicts at both times. An Aspen Institute thing this morning on the things that I have to present at, and then a call with Apple to avoid us getting kicked out of the App Store during the DHS one. Those both seem very important. Here the FBI sends reports about a pair of tweets, the second of which involves a former, Tippecanoe County, Indiana councillor and Republican named John Bashman claiming between 2% and 25% of ballots by mail are being rejected for errors. The FBI's second report concerned this tweet by John Bashman. Editorial, the Democrats are in complete panic as their massive push is backfiring on them, the vote by mail. Two things are unfolding. An unexpected number of registered Republicans are returning ballots, and between 2 and 25% are being rejected for errors. The FBI flagged the tweet, then got circulated in the enforcement Slack. Twitter cited PolitiFact to say the first story was proven to be false, then noticed the second was already deemed no VO on numerous occasions. Of course, because they're all in cahoots. The group then decides to apply a learn how voting is safe and secure label because one commenter says it's totally normal to have a 2% error rate. Roth then gives a final go-ahead to the process initiated by the FBI. There you go. Oh dear. Examining the entire election enforcement Slack, we didn't see one reference to moderation requests from the Trump campaign, the Trump White House, or Republicans generally. We looked. They may exist. We were told they do. However, they were absent here. So there's that one. In response to Greg Sargent, Cinema's switch isn't going to insulate her from challenge. Arizona Democrats expect at least one Dem to run for a seat in 2024. The party will continue supporting Dems up and down the ticket, a source familiar with the party's thinking tells me. And Dinesh D'Souza said, perfect. This way, the centre-left vote will be split between Sinema and the Democratic candidate, and a Republican will coast into an easy victory. I like this sort of democratic thinking. More. Oh, yeah. Okay, Sizwe Sikamuzi. I hope I said that right. Joe Biden in 2006, marriages between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here? Let's listen.
We are desperately concerned about the circumstance relating to avian flu. We don't have enough vaccines. We don't have enough police officers. And we're going to debate the next 3 weeks, I'm told, gay marriage, a flag amendment, and God only knows what else. I can't believe the American people can't see through this. We already have a law, the Defense of Marriage Act, where we've all voted, not where I voted and others said, look, marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that. Nobody's violated that law. There's been no challenge to that law. Why do we need a constitutional amendment? Marriage is between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here?
What's his game? Whatever way the wind blows, doesn't really matter to him. Wayne Dupre says Pentagon awards $9 billion in cloud computing deals to Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Oracle. Huge payoffs for helping the spy world. And that's how it's done. Oh, yeah, and Wokeness said breaking. Felony warrant is out for Biden's non-binary energy official for stealing luggage a second time, and they still won't fire him. Wow. Do I really want to know if there's a thread here? Last time it was Minnesota. This time it was in Las Vegas. Okay, there's the story. He seems to have a fetish for people's luggage that's not his own. Okay? Don't know. But it seems as though he's waiting around airports to take people's luggage. Tim Timbo. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre abruptly ends press briefing after getting upset with the reporter asking a question. Let's have a listen.
Leaders of his administration, why is it hard for you to give me a question?
It is not hard. I've answered. Would you let me answer the question, or are you get? Okay.
Give us questions.
Okay. I'm trying to answer your question. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I just tried. You wouldn't let me. Go ahead.
No, but
I just tried, and you would not let me, sir. So your colleague is going to ask a question. Go ahead.
Ask you a question.
No, I literally just tried to answer your question. You shut me down. So now your colleague is going to.
Let me ask the question first before you
Okay.
answer.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Question out of respect.
Does anyone else realise what these people do? If anyone confronts them, challenges them, questions, they keep talking over the top of them to try and distract from the question they've just been. I swear to God they do it. I swear. I've watched it over and over again, and they just keep talking, and they never answer a question. Like she said, I was trying to. No, she wasn't. She was not trying to answer the question. She was trying to get away from it. Gold Star Dad said, hey, all, don't stop tweeting about the laptop and FTX. Apparently those two subjects are making the price of gasoline come down. Amazing. So don't stop, don't stop. Anything you see on it, just keep tweeting or Facebooking or whatever you do, sharing wherever you can. Okay, I don't know if that's how it's said because it's got a little thing above it. I don't know how that changes. Anyway. Unbelievable and little angry faces. Biden admin lied about the Griner trade. They had the option to choose a Marine who served the country and declined. Breaking, Paul Whelan's lawyer drops evidence suggesting Biden specifically chose Griner over Marine. According to US Marine Paul Whelan's lawyer, Vladimir Zerbenkov, the United States was previously offered a one-for-one exchange for the release of Whelan. Originally, Russia had offered to exchange Whelan for Russia's merchant of death, Victor. However, the offer appears to have been rejected by US officials. NBC originally posted the following text, but suspiciously edited the text shortly thereafter. A senior US official told NBC News that the US government had sought to have both Griner and Whelan released as part of a swap with the Kremlin, which wanted the return of Victor Bout, a Russian arms dealer who served 11 years of a 25-year sentence in the US. But the official said Russia has treated Whelan differently because he's an accused spy, and that the Kremlin gave the White House the choice of either Griner or Whelan or none. Well, they didn't. Okay, we've gone over that one already. We don't need to go over it again. Willie D said Biden's an asshole. I support pipelines in Germany. I support border security in Ukraine. I support oil production in Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. I support assault rifles for the Taliban. But you Americans need to shut up and obey, right? Just everywhere else, just not here and here and here. Zeke _Gary 2 said, okay, it's time to lighten up for a few big smiles. Enjoy one more time. This was cute. Sorry, I had to do this.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true.
I was waiting to hear more of the song anyway. But yeah, there's just little cute things in there. I had to do it. Okay, Twitter Files Part 2. Between the Trump one and the one I read yesterday, this is how it's supposed to go. Twitter secret blacklists. A new Twitter Files investigation reveals the teams of Twitter employees build blacklists, prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. Twitter once had a mission to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Along the way, barriers nevertheless were erected. Take, for example, Stanford's Dr. J. Bhattacharya, who argued that COVID lockdowns would harm children. Twitter secretly placed him on a trends blacklist, which prevented his tweets from trending. He's a professor at Stanford School of Medicine, MD, PhD, Health Policy, Infectious Diseases, COVID Health Economics, Scientific Freedom. Or consider the popular right-wing talk show host, Jane Bongino, who at one point was slapped with a search blacklist. Shows you how they do it, look. Wow. Twitter set the account of conservative activist Charlie Kirk to do not amplify. Twitter denied that it does such things in 2018. Twitter's Vijay Agade, then head of legal policy and trust, and Hev123 head of product, said we do not shadow ban. They added, and we certainly don't shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideology. What many people call shadow banning, Twitter executives and employees call visibility filtering, or VF. Multiple high-level sources confirmed its meaning. Think about visibility filtering as being a way for us to suppress what people see to different levels. It's a very powerful tool, one senior Twitter employee told us. VF refers to Twitter's control over user visibility. It used VF to block searches of individual users, to limit the scope of a particular tweet's discoverability, to block select users' posts from ever appearing on the trending page, and from inclusion in hashtag searches. All without users' knowledge. We control visibility quite a bit, and we control the amplification of your content quite a bit, and normal people do not know how much we do, one Twitter engineer told us. 2 additional Twitter employees confirmed. The group that decided whether to limit the reach of certain users was the Strategic Response Team, Global Escalation Team, or SRT GET. Okay, it often handled up 200 cases a day, but there existed a level beyond official ticketing, beyond the rank and file moderators following the company's policy on paper. That is the Site Integrity Policy Escalation Support, known as SIP-PES. This secret group included the head of legal policy and trust, Vijay Agade, the global head of trust and safety, Yoel Roth, subsequent CEOs Jack Dorsey and Parag Agrawal, and others. This is where the biggest, most politically sensitive decisions got made. Think high follow account, controversial. Another Twitter employee told us for these there would be no ticket or anything. One of the accounts that rose to this level of scrutiny was Libs of TikTok, an account that was on the trans blacklist and was designed as do not take action on user without consulting with SIP-PES. The account, which Chaya Raichik began in November 2020 and now boasts over 1.4 million followers, was subject to 6 suspensions in 2022 alone. Raichik says, each time Raichik was blocked from posting for as long as a week. Twitter repeatedly informed Raichik that she'd been suspended for violating Twitter's policy against hateful conduct. But an internal SIP-PES memo from October 2022, after her 7th suspension, the committee acknowledged that LTT has not directly engaged in behaviour violative of the hateful conduct policy. See here. So it wasn't. The committee justified her suspensions internally by claiming her posts encourage online harassment of hospitals and medical providers by insinuating that gender-affirming healthcare is equivalent to child abuse or grooming. Compare this to what happened when Raichik herself was doxxed on November 21st, 2022. A photo of her home with her address was posted in a tweet that has garnered more than 10,000 likes. When Raichik told Twitter that her address had been disseminated, she said Twitter support responded with this message: "We reviewed the reported content and didn't find it to be in violation of the Twitter rules. No action was taken. The doxing tweet is still up." In internal Slack messages, Twitter employees spoke of using technicalities to restrict the visibility of tweets and subjects. Here's Yoel Roth, Twitter's then global head of trust and safety, in a direct message to a colleague in early 2021. A lot of times, what is it, SI? I don't know, has used technicality spam enforcements as a way to solve a problem created by safety under enforcing their policies, which again isn't a problem per se, but it keeps us from addressing the root cause of the issue, which is that our safety policies need some attention. 6 days later, in a direct message with an employee on the Health, Misinformation, Privacy and Identity Research team, Roth requested more research to support expanding non-removal policy interventions like disabling engagements and de-amplification, visibility and filtering. Okay, what did he actually say? One of the biggest areas I'd love research support is RE non-removal policy interventions like disabling engagements, de-amplifying visibility filtering. The hypothesis underlying much of what we've implemented is that if exposure to, example, misinformation directly causes harm, we should use remediations that reduce exposure, and limiting the spread virality of content is a good way to do that by just reducing prevalence overall. We got Jack on board with implementing this for civic integrity in the near term, but we're going to need to make a more robust case to get this into our repertoire of policy remediations, especially for other policy domains. So I'd love researchers' point of view on that. Roth wrote, the hypothesis underlying much of what we've implemented is that if exposure to, example, misinformation directly causes harm, which I just read. He added, we got Jack on board, which I just read. There's no point in reading the actual little pictures because they explain it. There is more to come on this story, which was reported by Abigail Schreier, Schellenberger, MD. Sorry, I was trying to read the whole thing as one word. Nellie Bowles, Isaac Grafstein, and the team, the Free Press. The authors have broad and expanding access to Twitter files. The only condition we agreed to was that the material would first be published on Twitter. We're just getting started on our reporting. Documents cannot tell the whole story here. A big thank you to everyone who has spoken to us so far. If you are a current or former Twitter employee, we'd love to hear from you. Please write to tips@thefp.com. Watch watch this guy. What's his name? Matt. Sorry. For the next installment. What was that? Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack be exposed as a lying prey. Whoops. Okay, I didn't mean to read that, but anyway, I read it. It was interesting. Okay, Just Facts said Biden-Harris regime quickly changes rules to incentivize financial advisors to put your money into woke investments, even if it loses money. What is ESG? A leveraging tool for woke communist takeover. Pretty much. There's a thread there, but I think I've gone on. How long have I been going for? Well, let's have a look. Okay, Wall Street, entertainment, big tech have gone aggressively woke, attributed to the ESG movement, environmental, social, and corporate governance, a clear appendage for globalist foundations like Ford Foundation. Rockefeller Foundation, World Economic Forum, it's referred to as a stakeholder capitalism and as mission-related investing. Stakeholder capitalism is just another term for socialism, communism. Many companies have gone aggressively and openly woke. Social justice narratives of equity, diversity, and inclusion are dominating corporate culture, and though leftist bias has always been a problem among Hollywood elitists and the entertainment media, things got a lot worse after 2016. Part of this aggressive leftism could be attributed to the ESG movement, clear appendage or tool for globalist foundation like the Ford Foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, and the World Economic Forum. It is also referred to as stakeholder capitalism and mission-related investing. I just read that. Why am I reading things twice? The term ESG was originally coined by the United Nations Environment Programme Initiative in 2005, but the methodology was not fully applied to the corporate world until the past 6 years when ESG investments skyrocketed. There are some people that will argue that ESG is not a true communist mechanism because communism technically involves the state taking control of the means of production. These people are either ignorant or they're acting deliberately obtuse. Communism is about controlling culture as much as it's about controlling the economy. Corporations are at bottom creations of government. They are chartered by governments, receive special legal advantages, including corporate personhood, and they often receive special protections from governments, including central bank stimulus and a shield from civil litigation. They call it too big to fail because the government and the corporate world work hand in hand to keep certain institutions alive. One could call this an odd mix of communism and fascism. Where'd that go? The point is the lines have blurred beyond all recognition, and the ideology of the people in power is specifically leftist, communist, globalist. Corporations already have government incentives to protect the corrupt, status quo, but ESG is designed to lure them into supporting vocal political alignment, even at the cost of normal profits. ESG is about money, loans given out by top banks and foundations to companies that meet the guidelines of stakeholder capitalism. Companies must show that they are actively pursuing a business environment that prioritises woke virtues and climate change restrictions. These loans are not an all-prevailing income source, but ESG loans are highly targeted. They are growing in size for now, and they are very easy to get as long as a company is willing to preach the I'm having trouble now. The social justice gospel as loudly as possible. This person, whose name I can't pronounce, insights studies show that ESG assets compounded at 16% per annum between 2014 and 18 now account for 25% of total market assets, and they believe that ESG could account for 50% of market share globally by 2024. These loans become a form of leverage over the business world. Once they get a taste of that easy money, they keep coming back. Many of the loan targets attached to ESG are rarely enforced, and penalties are few and far between. Primarily, an ESG-funded company must propagandise, that is all. They must propagandise their employees, and they must propagandise their customers. As long as they do this, that sweet loan capital keeps flowing. It's enough to keep corporations addicted, but not enough to keep them satiated. Diversity hiring quotas based on skin colour and sexual orientation rather than merit help make the overlords happy. Pushing critical race theory smooths the way for more cash in schools. They don't help, though. Giving cash to schools and that doesn't help. It doesn't make the kids aren't any smarter for it. Carbon controls and climate change narratives make them happy. Promoting trenders and gender fluidity makes them ecstatic. Each participating company gets its own ESG rating, and the more woke they go, the higher their rating climbs, and the more money they can get. The list of companies heavily involved in ESG includes some of the largest in the world, with influence over thousands of smaller businesses. The ESG rating system is much like a social credit scoring system used in communist China to oppress the citizenry. The tactic is pretty straightforward. Banking elites are centralising control of social narratives by incentivising businesses to embrace social justice and globalist ideals. They control who gets the money, and anyone who doesn't play ball will be at a distinct disadvantage compared to companies that do. They figure if the corporate world can be pushed to go full woke, then this will trickle down to the general public and influence our behaviours and thinking. Except it hasn't exactly worked out that way now, has it? Kick back, I'm telling you. Resistance to woke propaganda is growing exponentially, and many of these companies are losing a huge portion of their customer base. They cannot survive on ESG alone. The thing is, even ESG money has limits. With central banks around the world now raising interest rates, these kind of loans will become more expensive and will likely start to phase out. This is why the most woke corporations out there are also some of the most desperate for revenues this year, and why many of these companies are edging closer and closer to mass layoffs. The venture capital is gone and the ESG money is going to dry up, also unless rates go back to zero and the bailout fire hose is turned back on. Getting woke was once a backdoor tactic of gaining easy wealth. Getting woke means going broke. Biden regime is proudly declaring hatred for us by prompting financial advisors and retirement institutions to move your money to ESG companies. They lifted rules requiring them to make you money. So your retirement institutions and financial advisors can get you to invest money now and they don't care if you lose money. They said, doesn't matter. Okay, so there you go. So they can lose your money from your investments and this is Dinesh D'Souza saying excellent news about your resignation. It reveals your fascist mindset. We're all a little freer with your self-righteous, tyrannical asses right out of there. Cauldron Paul said, creepy, what's this? Oh, Twitter can see your DMs. Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. They can read the direct messages. They can look at your phone, your list, your email, your guano, whatever. What's a guano? Well, it's at home. What the hell's a guano? Never heard of it. I bet you it's important too, and that's why they've named it guano, because who knows? Oh, people who play a doctor. Why isn't Bill Gates on there? Didn't he have an honorary degree? He's not even a real doctor, he's just honorary degree. Oh, Joe said, now Republicans are insinuating that Brittany Griner swap has something to do with Hunter Biden's laptop. Are you effing kidding me? Hey, like I wrote, I'm a I consider myself on that side, right? I follow a lot of Republican accounts. Why have I never heard of this conspiracy theory? Never. Okay. Why did she point it out? Is there something to it? I don't know. Or is she trying to muddy the waters? Like, seriously, I'm like, never heard that one. Dinesh D'Souza said Joe Manchin's next, except he should go the whole hog and become Republican. And that was at Senator Joe Manchin, right? Because if that happens, because what's going on now is who knows what's happening in the US now. Like, Democrats won again, didn't they? All of a sudden, from nowhere. But now people are jumping ship and doing weird things, so who knows what's going to happen. Bombshell report reveals Hobbs colluded with Twitter. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Thank you both tweets. What's this? Okay. Oh, it's tiny. It's a misinformation report. 2 misinformation reports, okay? Thank you. Both tweets have been removed from the service. Thank you. Thank you. We will escalate. Thanks. Some blank Twitter. CC blank. I'm not sure the best contact email to send this to at Twitter. Please see report below from the Arizona SOS office. Please let know if you have any questions. I'm blank Communications Director for Office of Arizona Secretary of State. Email blank. I'm flagging this Twitter for your review. Okay. Reason: these messages falsely assert that the voter registration system is owned and therefore operated by foreign actors. This is an attempt to further undermine confidence in election institution in Arizona. Thank you for your consideration in reviewing this matter for action. But I can't see the name of the Twitter account or anything. God, I can see it better here. Should have just left it as it was. I can't see. I can see, like, yeah, but the names have all been scrubbed out, so. Or maybe I'm just blind as a bat. I can't see it. Anyway, who knows? If you can see it better, let me know. Betty said room goes silent after Corinne Jean-Pierre accidentally reads the wrong script live on air. I think I got ahead of myself. Listen to this. I'm wondering why I haven't heard this before.
Senator Shaheen has a statement. She's apparently not coming to the ball tonight.
Oh, okay.
She's upset that the president endorsed a proposal to put South Carolina ahead of New Hampshire, and she says that New Hampshire is now vulnerable for her party. Does the president have a response to that?
So look, we honor the Hatch Act, as I mentioned many times before here, as we are talking about a potential election, a 2024 presidential election. But looking backward, it is the ultimate irony, that the 2020 election was proven by the Trump administration's Homeland. Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself there. We take the law very seriously here, and so that's the number one thing. And again, I want to be.
She nearly said it. Was proven.
Very careful because of 2024. And it places strict limits on what I can say because of the Hatch Act about future elections and, of course, political party processes. I know I was asked this question many times before about the DNC, and so I've always referred folks to go to the DNC. But again, as a candidate in 2020, and as we have heard the night of New Hampshire primary, Joe Biden was very clear that to him, respecting our diversity as a nation and breaking down.
And now she just goes off on I don't freaking know what. The heat's being turned up. Comms are flying on 45's account. Justice, not justice and law enforcement or justice system. Justice alone. Justice. Selections, deplatforming, all quoted. A way, and I might read this one of a couple of ways. Justice happens when election is invalidated, deplatformed. Don't think 45 tells us hypotheticals in these comms. It'll be fixed. There can be no doubt. There is no future for our republic without it. The CIC military and the Patriots know it. Elon, the Twitter releases of a revelation in that they show a very powerful fashion. The FBI and justice illegally colluding, providing conclusively in one more very powerful way that something was played with back then, okay, and stolen away. What everyone is really waiting to see, however, is the Twitter information and thought process leading up to the time of the so-called selections and ultimately the deplatforming of the president. Big moment in history. Thank you. It's all coming together. Honestly, if you stand back and look at the bigger picture, it is all coming together exactly how they said it would. Wayne Dupre said, sorry, it's minus 40 degrees outside, but you can't use the heater in your $60,000 electric truck. Okay, that's what they're saying, apparently. No heater for you. No soup for you. Can you imagine paying $60,000 for a truck and the manufacturer tells you not to use the heater in winter? I'd tell them to go take a hike. I'd be worse than that. I'd say But that's apparently what's going on over at Ford. That's right. If you live in places like North Dakota or Minnesota, you'll just have to freeze your butt off whenever you get in your car if you want to extend the life of your battery charge. And if you develop hypothermia, just send the ambulance and ER bills to Ford. Wish this was a joke, but it's not. Western Journal discovered that on the Ford website, there's a page dedicated to maximizing the range of your Ford Lightning electric truck battery, and they got some doozy recommendations, folks. Bundle up. Here's what the webpage says. The Ford F-150 Lightning pickup has been tested. I like the old F-150s, the real old ones. Lightning pickup has been tested in extreme cold conditions. It's endured months of real-world winter driving in Alaska and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Its battery's been subjected to temperatures as high as 140 degrees Fahrenheit, as low as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit in Ford's atmospheric test chambers. However, all electric vehicles experience energy decreases in cold temperatures due to battery cell chemistry. Temperatures below 40 degrees Fahrenheit cause the electrolyte fluid to become sluggish, limiting how much power is available to discharge and how quickly the vehicle's battery can charge. As F-150 Lightning customers across the United States and Canada begin their first winter with their new electric pickup, Ford wants to help make them aware that in low temperatures they could see a significant reduction in range, which is normal. 5 feet up the road? Some of these suggestions are perfectly normal. However, things start going south around number 3 and last until number 5. If I had a Ford Lightning and had to go through all this work just to take a trip in it, I'd wonder if I financed a new car or a troubled teenager. Number 1, park your F-150 Lightning in a garage whenever possible. Don't give me that question. Can't I do all 3? Anyway, number 2, keep your F-150 Lightning plugged in when parked. Number 3, if planning a longer commute, precondition your vehicle using departure times to warm the battery while plugged in by using Ford Pass app or your truck's center screen. Oh my God, you're kidding. Okay, they're turning the cars into computer death traps. Oh my God. 4, if equipped, use the heated seats and steering wheel as primary heat to reduce energy consumed by HVAC. When charging, turn off the heater if possible, or lower the temperature enough to remain comfortable, especially when using DCFC. Okay, they lost me at the app. Once you've got to download an app for something, I don't want to do that. No. Number 6, if your F-150 Lightning is covered with snow, brush all the snow off before driving to eliminate extra weight and drag. What if you're driving through the snow? I suppose half of it blows off, but you know. Keep driving speeds moderate and cold temperatures as high speeds use more energy. Ensure your tyres are at proper pressure. Yeah, that's fair enough, and most cars need that. How on earth is somebody in I'm having trouble today, guys. How on earth is somebody in minus 40 degrees with the wind chill factor going to cruise around without the heater on? I get it. They're telling you how to get the most charge out of your battery, but at what cost? Not being comfortable in your $60,000 truck that won't go very far because you're using the heater, because you have to, because it's freezing. No, thank you. If I pay that much, the damn thing better cart me around like a queen in a golden chariot. Exactly. So there you go with the news for today. And there's more Twitter stuff coming out apparently today as well. I'm just so behind. It's not funny. Susie said, oh, hang on, let me remove that away. So the latest comms on Rumble you've heard is Trudeau's going to be dismissed. Anyone else? I haven't heard that. Out to lunch. House. My house. Oh, I don't know. Out to lunch said putting in 30 days. I don't know. Mercy Muskrat said December 18, watch the boards. Okay. Going away, you've heard? Really? Keep a lookout. Mercy Muskrat said, thank you, Hev. You kept your word. Oh, thanks, guys. How you have? Don't forget to put your banner. Oh, shoot. Which banner? The one of, where is it? I don't even know where it is right now. Where am I? Hang on. Give me a sec. What am I looking for? I think this is what I'm looking for. Copy that. Get this back over here. Paste that. But I can't pin it from here. You know what I've got to do? Move that back over again. Go over to YouTube. Go here. Go to my channel. Play the video. Quickly pause it. And then pin it. You should be able to do this from StreamYards. You can't. Look, I'm thinking of switching from StreamYards to Streamlabs. My son has learnt to use Streamlabs, so it looks a lot better. Even when if people subscribe, they pop up on the screen, and if people donate, that pops up on the screen. So it gives you alerts and warnings, and I don't know whether it'd be a pain in the bum or no. I'd like it because people at least get recognition. Okay, where was I up to? My chat's jumped again. I'm going way back in the chat. Oh, we have liftoff. I'm way back in the chat. Okay, I'm at the beginning of the chat. Hey, Fred, how you going from Texas? Who else we got? We got Lee, Sherry, Lisa, Darren. Who else have we got? Eyes, how you going? Cynthia, how you going? Susie. I don't know if I've said your names before, but, you know, can't read what Hev is reading. Okay, this is another reason why I'm going to move to Streamlabs, because I have the capacity with my internet connection to stream in 180p, but for some reason, StreamYard wants you to pay to get 180p. And you don't have to on Streamlabs. I'm getting these all mixed up. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Well, some of you might know what I'm talking about. If you're a creator, you know what I'm talking about. It's shit. So I'm sorry, Cynthia. I'll go on to a different one and you'll all see it. Emma, how you going? Chipmunk Hev. Am I a chipmunk? Hey, Ruff, how you going? You know, we can't mention the P word. Yeah, you can call them, no, I don't want them. I don't want to call them maps. I would call them pedos, or I would call them rock spiders. That's I think it's a jail term in Australia for people who go to jail for doing things like that. They're not looked at very nicely either. I can't see a duck, says Darren. Oh. Alex, can I borrow one of your kitty cats to keep me company? Alex said, maybe we'll have a special Christmas office party panel show. Yeah, we'll do that, definitely at Christmas time. Susie said, yeah, Alex, great idea. We can all have eggnog and hang out. Alex said, oh, Eyes, have you ever thought of rescuing one from a shelter and giving it a loving new home? I'm sure you would both love it. Eyes said, I suggest you people in the chat that are with Christ to rebuke all evil and witchcraft from the channel. Emma said, many new female police officers are recruited in the name of inclusive quotas despite having psychological issues. Well, it's okay. It used to be men protected women, right? So police I don't know. I just don't think women should be like in the army or in the police force or anywhere that I don't know. It's just me. I mean, if everyone's got their own opinions and everyone can feel how they want to feel and maybe they feel they can do it and whatever, that's fine. But if you have to carry a 200-pound man over your shoulder as a woman, I can't see that happening. To rescue anyone or do anything to help you know what I mean? In the army, you've got to drag your mates out of the ditches, mate. How is a woman going to drag a bloody man twice the size of her out of a ditch and carry him on his shoulders and run? Seriously. And I think it's the same in police. Like, they have to look after each other and should be able to, like, should be strong enough anyway. I don't know. But yeah, I agree, Emma. A lot of people are just hired for diversity. Susie says, I'm here for that, Alex. Got to grab the fun while we can. Seems blurry all the time at the moment for some reason. I think it's Twitter. I think it's YouTube with Twitter and the files coming out and they don't want people to see or read, or it's not the camera. It's not, it's actually, if anything, it's StreamYard. Because it won't run at anything but 720p. And if you want to go into 180p, which is the clearer picture, they want you to pay for it. But I bet you my face is clear here. My big head on the screen is clear, but you can't read any of the stuff I'm reading. I think it's YouTube because Robert Gouveia uses different, he's another YouTube channel, the lawyer. He uses Streamlab, I think. And I use StreamYard. And the same thing was happening on both our streams. People were saying we can't see it, it's blurry. He thought he had a problem. I ended up going in the chat saying I had a live stream the other day, same thing happened. I think it's YouTube. That bloke had a delayed reaction when his colleague dropped down. Yeah, he did, didn't he? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and flip through a lot of these. Speaking of died suddenly, I think that's what happened to Leslie Jordan. They're saying he had a medical event. That's why he crashed his car into a wall. Seems to be converting to a really low resolution for the computer screen part. Yeah. Order out of chaos, exactly. Seems like that ad is all part of the fear narrative. It maybe, yeah, but like I did think that too. I thought, are they trying to like start something like civil war in your own country? Don't do that. But just contact your politicians and say that open borders is not a good idea. You don't have the infrastructure. You don't have the amount of doctors and things you need and roads and, you know, you just don't have it. It's not there. But that's their plan. That was their plan to flood first world countries with third world people and not do the infrastructure so that the whole thing collapses. That's what they want, total collapse. Alex said, Susie said, Alex, but you can't mention the P word in Balenciaga without the threat of cancellation. I did a couple of times. I got demonetized, but that's okay. Darren said, that's the nature of the universe, Emma. Alex said, I know what you mean, but I believe no one, including pets, ever really leaves us eyes. Don't let that be a reason to miss out on loving another animals. Oh, I love all animals, just couldn't do it again. Oh, it's hard losing an animal, isn't it? Hey, Liz, how you doing? Alex said, there's so many animals out there in desperate need of love and kind home. They never asked to be abandoned, but it is always them that suffer, unfortunately. Yeah, I hate it when animals are suffering. I want to take, if I go to the animal shelter here, I just want to take them all home. I can't, don't take me there. I'll cry leaving there. Alex said, it's ridiculous, Susie. They'll ban or cancel us from doing anything if people let them. We need more put. Yeah, that's all we've got to do is just push back. You don't have to, like, I would never encourage anyone to get violent, but push back. I do believe everyone should be pushing back. Lisa said, Lee, I had a grumpy postman at my door. Yeah, Darren said there was a few DS actors, complicit capital and many unfortunate pawns. Yes, I agree. Yep. But they use that as an excuse to do all this, see? What a tangled web they weave. Wow. You had a family, friends that had a cat that lived to be 34. Mickey kicked. Oh, really? Just garden variety marmalade tomcat, the best. Hale and Hardy and never saw a vet. Wow. You're on your way home now? You're not driving? Cool. Drive carefully, I'm Kai. See you soon. Okay, let's get down to... Susie said, we are pushing back. Alex, have you heard what's going on in Brazil? Population is awake and taking no guff. Mainstream news does not want it reported. Yeah. I am Kai said, I go to the best live chats. God love you. Lee told me to, and I'm glad he did. This is a great channel. Who did? Lisa B. Yes, he told me about this channel. Lisa B. Oh, who told you about the channel? Hang on. I'm going back to find out. I don't know. I can't go back far enough to find out. But thank you guys. Oh, I was losing subscribers there for a bit. I think YouTube's playing with me again. Kai, you sure do. Oh, was it Kai? God love you, I am Kai. I said people might think I'm selfish, but I'm not. I cannot wait for Yoa to give the orders. Yep. I am Kai said, Hev is a sweetheart. Oh, God love you, I am Kai. Cynthia said, I love this live because it's not overwhelming of people. I appreciate being a part. Oh, God love yous. Nick Pickles, what a name. I know. That's why I don't normally laugh at people's names, but like I think some of these are having like they're pulling our legs on some of them, I swear to God. Lisa B said, Kai, I've only been here minutes and I can tell she's awesome. Oh, God love yous. You guys are amazing. Selena, how you going? Alex said, yeah, I saw that, Susie. I know we are pushing back. I just wish more people were awake. Makes my heart sink when I see some still wearing masks nearly 3 years on. Yeah, but have you noticed they're few and far between? There's not as many doing it. There really isn't. So Cynthia said, so sick of the masks. I know. Menacing Muskrat said, I need your prayers. Hope everything's all right, Menacing Muskrat. Alex said, we need a Max Headroom moment across the globe. Yeah, someone to break into all the mainstream news and tell people what's really going on. I am Kai said, I don't wear a mask, slave garb. I've heard of 3 English cities to be 15-minute cities divided into 6 zones. Symbolism? Oh, wow. Yeah, no masks, no, never. Yeah, especially not on the kids. I agree, not on the kids. Alex said, I saw that, Darren, but I only heard about Oxford. What are the other 2 cities? Folks are really scared without one. Why else? To each his own, I guess. Yeah, well, I don't, look, if people want to wear them, I don't. But they're few and far between now. Darren said, for me, masks are only working with dusty materials. Yeah. You look at them as an IQ test. Like a comfort blanket, you reckon? Kids on these parts are really scared. It's, oh, really? They'll be scared. Sherry said, I will not wear a mask. I will not wear a mask either. I took my granddaughters out of school when they were mandated and homeschooled them. That's what I feel like doing with my grandchildren. And I'm coming on again today after this to do the gardening video, and I'm going to do it live anyway, just to have a relaxing time, because I'm going to babysit tomorrow, the next day, and then Thursday. Cynthia said there was no reason. There was no reason to do that to the kids. Won't be long before they try and push it everywhere. World's gone mad. given up trying to guess what will happen next. They've already told us what they have. Yeah, the 3 cities are on a straight line too. They're the smart cities then, are they? Oh, okay. What was that comment? I just missed one. Oh, where am I? Darren said, well, the digital currency is being pushed next and you won't be able to use money outside your zone. I don't think it's going to make it there. I don't think people are going to do what they're doing with everything else and push back. That and the mate, it's a slippery slope, these things. That's what people are learning now. That once you allow, like, okay, they said that the medical assisted death is for people who are sick or terminally ill, right? Then they start saying, then you can use it for this and you can use it for this. And that's what the slippery slope is all about. And it was the same thing with gay marriage. Some of us did see the slippery slope happening. And when it happened, I remember I knew a lot of gay people who weren't on that bandwagon. They knew what was going to happen and we're watching it. And it's the trans community jumping on that and the pedo community mainly jumping on that, trying to link themselves with it. And when people call them groomers now, they think that's a slur against all LGBT. Not if you're not a groomer, you're not. It shouldn't be. It should not be a slur against anyone who is not themselves a groomer. The only people that think that that's a slur are the groomers themselves. Cynthia said, prayers for all, I apologise. What are you apologising for? She ran. Listen, I live in the US, it's not good. MJ, how you going? She is a powder puff, pout. Doesn't matter, all puppets in government. How late were you? At the time you posted that chat, you were 41 minutes. Yeah, no politician ever answers. Have you noticed? They don't ever answer a straight question. Just like that Jean-Pierre kept talking over. The guy was trying to clarify and she going, I'll try to answer your question. No. And if you notice, a lot of them do that. I've even seen normal people on the left try and do that to stop people questioning them any further. Sorry, this is a cigarette, but I'm not smoking the other here at the moment. These are rolly cigarettes. You got to roll your own. MJ, not very. You do understand in order to receive Neuralink, you have to pay starting prices. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I don't want that anyway. I don't want any chips in my head. Thank you very much. Susan said, Alex, why are they dividing the cities? Canterbury is super occultic, according to Max Spears. Lots of Masonic architecture. DJ Truth said, as a Marine vet, I'm livid. I'm sure you are. I can't believe they did that. Yes, it was, Cynthia. It was a donkey. Yes, it was. Oh, I had to throw some different. Out to lunch said, no, it's AOC. Oh, dear. Yeah, it was a donkey. Yeah, don't slander the donkey. She gives donkeys a bad name. Yeah, I agree. How beautiful. I've seen a similar girl sing to a cow. I just think it's cute. You know, the donkey was like, sorry, with its head, you know, that way. I said 99.99 of politicians on earth will perish for their evil. No slander, says Cynthia. Oh, dear. Ass is at the back, donkey is at the front. Oh, dear. VF virtual gaslighting, yeah. Prague and Vijay are good American names. Yeah. That was one of the first things I thought too. I thought, hang on, are they American? Are they like actual American citizens? I don't know. Or are they internationalists? Happy birthday to Luna. Hi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luna. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. I'm waiting for you guys to go, hooray, hooray. Susie says, sad to hear that Kristen McFine. Yeah, if he died, liked her again, no info on how she died. However, she died suddenly. Oh, no. Cynthia said I would read with Hev, but I can't. Can't see anything. Okay, well, let me do something here. If I get another website up and it's like, okay, hang on, I'll show you the screen in a minute, see if you can see it. Let's just say that I am looking at, what am I looking at? Lyrics, okay, for a song. I want to know if you can see the screen properly. Hang on. Can I make it bigger? Memories are fading, a single voice complaining. While days are stacking up, it's hardly worth debating. The people are frustrated. Drink from poison cup. The system is collapsing. Conscience is relapsing. The damage has been done. On the day you come rising up. And it repeats, right? This is going to be a weird song, right? But I had to do this because the lyrics are quite fitting for the day. Vision is rejected. The people's choice is tested. So ignorance has won. Children are infected. The remedy suggested. Don't drink from tainted cup. Overpopulation, a media sensation. The damage has been done. On the day you come. I think I just drove away some listeners then. Oh my goodness. It's better with the music behind it. Let me just try and get this back over. But I wonder if you can see that. Could you see the lyrics? Okay, we've got, hey David, how you going? And who else have we got joining us? And Jill and... Oh, hang on, my chat's jumping all over the place. Okay, MJ said, what will happen to Virage? Anything at all? Who knows? Oh, the bots are back. 69XXX life, right? Have a good time. Find your love. No, thanks. Cynthia said 69 would be my love. Darren said, another type of donkey. I didn't even get any cigarette out of that. Yeah, Christine McVeigh, Fleetwood Mac singer, yes. Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac, pretty witchy, yeah. MJ says, Alex, please spell it who from a family we know. Cynthia said, I loved her when I was younger, not so much anymore. Alex said, I think I heard something about Fleetwood Mac but didn't realise. Cynthia said, back to the news, I need better glasses. So do I, don't worry. Everyone's saying happy birthday to Luna. Hey, David, how you doing from Maine? How you going? And just chilling, brought biscuits. Hey, how you going, just chilling? You bought some bickies. Yum. Luna said, cake for all, I say. Yeah, I'd like some cake or biscuits. What have I got? Maltesers. I got Maltesers. I got a whole bloody box of Maltesers. Oh, upside down. A box of Maltesers, right? There's a lot in there. Hang on, once I get the chocolate off my teeth. Tea's good for washing chocolate off your teeth, by the way, but not good for your teeth. They're little chocolate with honeycomb in the middle of them. Not good for breakfast, though. Cynthia wants some bickies. MJ said, Alex, I read wrong. Who said, who is she? I thought she was related to someone. Everyone's asking, oh, how's LA, just chilling? You live in LA? Oh, my goodness. Hey, have read any comments? Not yet. Oh, yes, I am now. Sorry. But at that time, no, I hadn't. Ruff said, have a look at Aussie Cossack last night. Sick evil stalkers, what they did to him and his wife. Disgusting. What did they do to Aussie Cossack? Hang on. Let me have a look here. I'll search for him on Twitter. It's going off in Western Sydney again. What is? Aussie Cossack. I can't find anything. Why are your police harassing, New South Wales police, why are your police harassing and intimidating Mrs. Cossack? Disgusting behaviour and Mr. Ong's snide remark about Ukraine was where a line complaints will be made. So have they arrested him? What's going on with Aussie Cossack? He's been targeted, him and his wife, by the police. Is that what it is? Bloody hell, New South Wales police, seriously? Yeah, they pinched me, the little buggers. Pinched my arm. When they were dragging me off, they were going to arrest me for protesting the lockdowns. And they dragged me off by the arm and pinched it while they were doing it. I think the guy thought he had my sleeve, but he actually had my arm. But anyway, yeah, they're not... I should get them done for assault on that. But I'm not a litigious person. I don't go out suing everyone. Darren, the Biden signed EO 14067 regarding CBDC supposed to start January. Scary. Cynthia Hev does not read comments until she finishes the current world news. Yeah, it's YouTube. It's YouTube, believe me. I think because Twitter's open, because Elon Musk owns Twitter and is opening up free speech, that YouTube are probably trying to not let people see that so much. That's what I think. You heard stuff about Stevie Nicks years ago and how one of the songs was related to an affair that happened in the band or something like that. Yeah, I heard about an affair, something going on. Darren said, we're all going to be pushed into it, Carol. MJ said, I remember Stevie had an affair with a guy from Eagles. I remember that. I am Kai said, Geode's nearly dry. Alex said, I think the song was called Sarah. I said, 5 in 5 countries are a target that stands up, must come down, be warned. 5 eyes, yeah. JMV Entertainment said Soros, yep. Darren, our PM's family has digital currency system ready to roll out. Yep, they all hose. Oh, the bands. Kai, you have a geode? Yep, Cynthia hose. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. And Simone, hey Simone, how you doing? Saying happy birthday to Luna. Carol said they'll get us one way or another, Darren. Pure evil at work. Kai said, Lisa B, I have 2 cutting one after this. MJ said, isn't that bat poo? New vid up after. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I am Kai said, yep, bat poop. Late fee paid, said Shannon. Simone said, hey, Alex, hey, Hev fam. How you going, Simone? Cannot wait for the Godfather, to give the orders very soon. The dictators from Russia will turn to London. 2 massive nukes with 16 nuclear warheads. Cynthia said that damn laptop's sick. Yeah. Ugh. Seriously. Kai, I hope you uploaded. That's so awesome. Susie said, Cynthia, it was not an accident. Fleetwood Mac got together. These things are orchestrated behind the scenes. Bios are invented or omitted, so the fact that CV's mother was even mentioned has a purpose. Darren said, funny how so many rich people think they'll be okay with digital currency. If they're not connected, they'll be poor like everyone else. Yeah, they don't realise. They're, what do you call them? They're dispensable, these people. These people don't have no loyalty to anyone but themselves. And so if the people down the chain think that they're going to be looked after, they'll be just in as much as we are. Kai, where'd you get them? Geodes are beautiful. Shannon said FBI took everything but the laptop when they raided Rudy Giuliani. Wow. Cynthia said, sorry and thanks. I am Kai said Kroger Christmas stuff. Lisa said, Kai, yay. Cynthia's got glasses on and laughing. MJ said, wow, I'm glad I don't Facebook or Twitter. Susan said, happy birthday, Luna. I am Kai said these National Geographic boxes wanted to see if they sucked or not. Carol said, hey, Shannon. Lisa said, Kai, so cool. Cynthia said, what a shit show. Yeah. Delia said, 2020 proven. Yep, it is. That's what she was saying before she stopped herself. Jean Pierre, whatever her name is. She went to say something about that election and she stopped herself. I'm Kai said, I'm hoping for inspiration to do something after splitting them in half. Alex said, I don't understand why it takes so long to count votes if it's all done by machine. UK have counts done by the next day. Yeah, over 24 hours means interference. The heater cuts your range worse than the towing. Darren said, yes, Alex, we can fix votes quicker by hand than US can do by machine. Cynthia said, I dread snow. Lisa said, it's going to be cool watching you opening it. Kai, yep. Alex said, voting is the illusion of thinking people have some sort of control, and we all know it's predetermined. They're all just puppets. Yeah, but you got to change it. That's what I mean. Instead of pulling the whole system down, change it. Change it. Lisa said, Alex, very sad and true. Is it true and sad? Yep. I am Kai said, battery charging done by coal or generator. Yep. You need coal for the electricity to charge the bloody things in the first place. Carol said, good song, David Dora classic. Hey, Timmy, how you doing? Darren said, well, who would have thought that a power-hungry heater would be a problem in an electric car? Yep, screw them. Screw electric cars. So true, Alex, everything a con. I'm Kai said politics is the illusion of choice. MJ said this winter going to be interesting with the electric vehicles. Alex said just another farce. I'm Kai. Delia said, hey, Timmy. And Alex said, hey, Timmy. And everyone's saying, hey, Timmy. Selena said, Simone, lots of snow and bumper-to-bumper traffic is going to be issues for electric cars. Yes. Oh, Alex said it's -3 degrees Celsius here now. Is it snowing? Cynthia said, you read for us a lot, Hev. Thank you. I want you to hear, look, the reason I don't summarize what I'm reading is because I want you to hear exactly what is being said by the person who's saying it, not me changing words and it might come out differently than it's supposed to or misunderstood, That's why I read everything out because I want you to know what it actually says instead of summarizing. Susie said, hi, Kai, getting to the holiday spirit yet? How about some holly on your desk, Ellen? Carol said, hey, Timmy. Simone said, electric cars a disaster waiting to happen. They are. Yep, go, 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 or freeze. And that was my Stripe thing. I said, hi, Five Eyes, you're doomed very soon. Once Yahweh allows the judgments to come in, boom, you'll make no mistake. I am Kai said, space armor, Susie. Sheesh. Cynthia said, Hev is tuning up for a song. Alex said, would you like to donate to Hev? Please click the link in the blue banner. Yes, Cynthia, I don't have to get on Twitter or Scorching Earth. Hev keeps me up to date on the world. Hopefully I didn't blast your ears off with me singing. Alex said, yeah, it worked. I am Kai's laughing. Darren said, the weather on my phone says the temperature has been between 10 and 11 degrees Celsius the last couple of days. So why has the frost been everywhere all day? Bad records to increase the average reported temperature. They've been doing that here in Australia with our weather apps for years. You heard Streamlabs is quite cool? Yeah, apparently. Cynthia said, no Twitter for me, no thanks. Dealey said, world news. Susie said, but Kai, your face looks gaunt and grumpy. Alex said, my channel got nuked a couple of years ago, Cynthia, and I don't miss it at all. I am Kai said, we got all the best, folks. We do. Alex said, I meant my Twitter page, Cynthia. Do I really? Said Kai. Punching targets. Susie said, actually, Kai, you look like you could use a sandwich. Darren said, wow, after I posted that app finally reported the temperature as -2. Strange coincidence. I am Kai said, practice dummies. Carol said, got to go, weekly dinner with kids. Take it easy. Blessings to all. Have a good one, Carol. I am Kai said, I'm 174 pounds. Simone said, -5.5 and foggy hertz, UK. So take care, Carol. Got a hatchet face, though, says I am Kai. MJ said, I ain't afraid no man. Darren says, it's more about recruiting people with the wrong mentality. I think, I'm thinking that way. MJ said, women way more devious. Liz said, I think you're right. I'm Kai said, MJ is correct. Sorry, ladies. It's not offending me. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. No one's offending me. Ruff said, little girl named Cooper Petey had 5 puppies. Oh, yeah. Ruff's 5 puppies. All good. They've all got somewhere to go. Cynthia says, yes, you look beautiful and clear, Hev. See? My face is clear. Why isn't the share screen clear? It should be. There should be no problem there. I am Kai said I was never much for dodging a punch. MJ loved puppies, yes. I am Kai, or being careful. Out to lunch said, I'm Kai, you lead with your face. I am Kai said, out to lunch constantly. I am Kai said, chin breaks fall. I am Kai, currently hunted by shadows in the ether. Hindsight's 2020. Hey, Flyby Stu, how you going? Good to see you, looking good. Thank you. You too. Can't see you, but you're looking good anyway. Alex said, I think men and women can be equally as devious as each other depending on where people's morals compass is. That's what I think, yes. But, like, some women, they can be quite devious that you think, wow. Sherry said, all these Dems are jumping ship because they know what's coming for them. That's what I think. Flyby Stu said, yo, Kai. I am Kai said, I'll be up late tonight. I am Kai said, Heb's on the case. Hey, Flyby Stu. Cynthia said, late night, I am Kai. David said, howdy, you snuck up on me again, Hev. Just woke up and found you. Wow, Sunday again. Where did the time go? I know. It's flying at the moment. Flyby Stu said, Alex, good to see us. Scary to be asleep. Oh, I'd hate to be asleep right now and all this. Trying to wake up now. You guys, you're going to give me a big head. Like, I'm not going to be able to fit on the screen shortly because you guys. I am Kai said, I started hunting shadows in the ether. Now it's my turn. The whole human race can be devious, and a great deal of them are downright diabolical, both men and women. Yeah, I think I'm just shocked when I see that how devious women can be. I'm Kai said goes around, comes around, I guess. Lisa said, Kai, put up your protection and stay safe. Flyby Stu said, you only have to wear a face nappy if you know you'll be talking shit. Something to catch it, you reckon? David said, hi, Alex. Yes, still seeing about 1 in 20 at the shops wearing the breath restrictors. David said, it's sick and disgusting how they're still sleeping through all the BS we've already had to suffer. David said, catch a cannonball now to take me down on the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know, she's the only one. I don't know. What song's that? I know it's a song. It sounds like a song because it was rhyming a bit. I am Kai said, Lisa B, that last seizure or whatever messed up my connection. Oh, no. I am Kai. You stay safe there with yourself. David said, she sent me here with her regards for everyone. Oh, God love you. I am Kai said, got to relearn how. I said, don't pray to Hev. Pray to the Lord King Jesus. Immediate effect. Do it now. Yeah. It's constantly. I'm sure we're all. Anyone who believes in praying is praying hard all the time, I think. Susie said, Kai, do you take Delanton? Does your doc snow you under with Ativan when you have a lot of seizures? Cynthia's got some hearts and prayers. I take, says Kai. Alex said, I do my food shopping with military precision. David, I like to try and get it over and done with as quickly as possible. I'm like that. I'm on a mission to get what I need and get the hell out of there. Lisa B said, Kai, you're always in my prayers. Yep. Eyes to see said, I'm Kai, I do the Lord's will. Alex said, the only chips I want are my fish and mushy peas. Yeah. Fish and chips. I am Kai. Okay, he's spelt out what he's on. I can't pronounce them, so there you go. David said, you must be the only woman on earth doing that, Alex. I mean, come on, I was married. I know how women shop. No, I think a lot of us, there's a few of us that just like to get in and get out, mate, as quick as possible. There is some times where I do like to stop and just, wander around the shop. If I've got the time and, But most of the time I'm like, no, I know what I need. I need to get in and out. Otherwise, you end up with a shopping trolley full of shit you don't need. Okay, that's why. And it costs you a fortune. You can't do that now. Lisa's laughing at Alex. Flyby Stew said, hand-rolling backing here in UK, 30-pound trekking fish. Pish. Flyby Stew said, backy. Susie said, Kai, I bet your face is lovely. I'm Kai said, oh, I'll look up piano for elephants. D. said, Alex, I shop like that too. Get in, get out. Yep. Alex said, I bloody hate shopping, David. Even when I was at school, my mates would go. I hated going with them. So boring. Yeah, going from shop to shop to shop, like, yeah, I've seen one clothes shop. I've seen them all, nearly. No, but you haven't, because there's new things in different shops, and oh, my God. David said, I used to shop like that, Alex, but these days I wander around the aisles wondering what I need that I've forgotten. Oh, I do that too sometimes. Alex said, I was saying hooray, hooray, hooray. Darren said, no, still too low res. Cynthia said, so sorry for the fuss on the blurry. No, it's good to know. Nope, still fuzzy words. That really sucks. The song's all blurry too. What are they doing? Lee said, I'm Kai. Look up side effects of those meds. Also, done meds should not be taken at the same time. Pharmacists are very helpful with this, even better than doctors. Yeah, they know what goes with what. I am Kai said, they're pixelating second screens lately. Dealey said, I don't need to read it. Sing it, Hev. I did. Probably bad too. If I had it in my ears like the music, it would have been a bit better. Alex said, I'm dreading having to go Christmas shopping, but if I write a list, I know what I'm looking for, and it's totally tashed to the till. You know what we're doing? Nothing. We're not giving presents this year. We're getting together and having dinner. Cynthia said, yay, we got Hev singing. Susie said, I haven't been around a person with a seizure disorder in years. All those new gen meds, Kai, are they better, less side effects? David said, yeah, shopping isn't my favourite pastime either, Alex, especially now as my usual shopping minion found himself a girlfriend. We don't see him so much since. Alex said, woohoo, go Hev. What the f? Said Cynthia, is that to my singing? No, I'm kidding. MJ said, sing Hev. Rutchkin said, focus on screen resolution, not the lyrics, Hev. Alex said, I thought you got taken down. Hey, Rutchkin. MJ, nope. Sorry, that was bad. It was bad. Suze said, what do you guys think of Harry and Meghan Winchfest on Netflix? I think they're not worth even bothering about. I don't know. I'm not paying attention to them because that's what they want, attention. That's what I think. So I'm giving them none. I am Kai said, it's worrisome to never know if I'm about to flop or not. Ruff said, hooray, Luna, as a birthday gift, I wish you many... Oh, Luna, yep. I wish you many more. Everyone's saying happy birthday, Luna. I am Kai said, Harry, Meghan, blah, yep. Lee said, I am Kai, yes it is. Music going. I love Maltesers. Darren said, Hev, I want Maltesers. Yeah, I'll give you one. Ready? Yeah, I'll give you one. There's your Malteser. It won't fit. It won't go into the camera. I have to eat it now. Way too easy to eat them all. With chocolate, you got to learn self-control. Oh, my God, it's all over my teeth. Now I've got to actually rinse my teeth with the... My goodness. Yeah, I could eat the whole thing. But I've got to control myself. So I've had it about 4 or 5 days, the box of Maltesers, and I haven't gone hard into them. Darren said, always use milk in tea. Black tea stains teeth really badly. Yeah, I always have creamy milk in my tea. I am Kai said that last one was the first awake one, usually seizing during sleep from astral attacks. Susie said, I love Maltesers, but to be fair, it's time to break out the Quality Street. The purple baton is the best. I am Kai said, I can't have a seizure in your sleep, they say. I said, how dare you have a box of Maltesers and not share? Yeah, well, it says on it, okay, just for you and me. I would share them if I could fit them through the camera. I swear to God. I am Kai said, any sweets that just eaten till gone? Alex said, oh no, David, you lost your shopping buddy to woman. Look, Aussie Cossack on YouTube. Aussie Cossack was in hospital? What for? Darren said, there's a pub in London that's got a weak 3.9% beer called Harry's Bitter. Landlord said Harry's as weak as the beer. David said, they never leave him alone. Aussie Cossack gets targeted every time he vlogs. Alex said, blue top, full fat milk in Yorkshire tea for me. Yeah, full fat milk, but with cream. We get milk with cream now. It's what is it? Unhomogenized? I think it is. And we can actually get raw milk. Made by cow. Made by cow, apparently. I said, all the busy e-cops in Australia are in serious trouble. You reap what you sow. Yep. David said, I did, Alex. Of course, I had to admit she's more attractive than I am. I am Kai said, oh, in my youth, it was 5 to I for anything till my hand has permanent bruise. Alex said, whoops, I meant to send that to David Morgan. Ruff said, what they did to Aussie Cossack and his wife? YouTube it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to move this over and then open another YouTube. Oh, hang on, where is it? Aussie Cossack. I'm not going to play him, but 2:30 a.m. police harass patients in hospital emergency ward. He got arrested while he was in hospital. He's been paid a visit by a current affair. That's disgusting. Dear God. So he's being harassed while he's in hospital, and the police are going in to arrest him while he's in hospital. That is insane. I'm Kai, said I'm old now. Cynthia, lots of furniture babies. You are a warrior, I am Kai. Susie said, do you guys remember a song from the 70s called Magnet and Steel? Stevie Nicks did the backing vocals for that song? No. Hey, George, how you going? I am Kai, my smallest one. Jodie's the most precious thing ever. Yay, furniture babies. Fur babies, I am Kai, who laughs. David said, if you have less than $500 million, you will be dispensable to them. At that point, you basically have to join the club. Yeah, 2020 was a coup. Next successful one, yep. George WEF, yep. Those who vote decide nothing. Those who count the votes decide everything. This has to be stopped or we're all done. Fix 2020, yeah, before it goes any further. Sherry said, I say go back to the old plastic cars. Yes, I agree. Ruff said, real disgusting what the sick effers did to Aussie Cossack and his wife yesterday. Yeah, they're harassing them. Yeah, arrested in hospital. Aussie Cossack is a truth teller. Apparently in Australia, he goes around and he gets in their faces and asks, you know, and goes to protests and things and talks to people. So Cynthia said, curious was this Cossack person? Ruff do tell, first I've heard. David said, I'm on to RHR Sherry, going to sell my Ford Fairmont near class Mercedes, going to be looking for something pre-1980, then computers should stay in the house. Yeah. Alex said, what happened, Ruff? George said, -2 in London. Tim S. said, Hev, as you know, I do some work in an ER. I've seen 3 sigmoid volvulus since May, a twist in the sigmoid colon. I've seen one in my 24-year career, and that was an autopsy. Seems very interesting to me. It's not just clots. Oh, dear. I had a feeling, yeah, that things like this were going to happen. Oh, no. Not necessarily this. Like, I just had a feeling it would cause a bit more, and I knew, Timmy, you would tell me if what you were seeing. So thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And thank you for the donation as well. Thank you so much for that as well. Sorry, I was busy reading the comment. And yeah. Oh, dear God, I'm praying for my family, praying for everyone who didn't realise and just went and got the bloody thing. Yeah, awesome, Timmy. Ruff, just look up Aussie Cossack on YouTube. MJ, I'm a woman, by the way. Oh, cool. I am Kaiser. I'm offended that I haven't been offended yet. Yeah. Alex said, I heard this new strep A outbreak is linked. Lisa's laughing at Kai. Lisa said, happy birthday, Luna. And Lisa's Kai. And no winning, lol, says Kai. Luna said, thank you, Heaven fam, for the birthday wishes. God love you. Yeah, everyone's still saying happy birthday, Luna. And Cynthia and Darren said, I remember when Strep Throat just gave you a funny voice. Davis said, the song is called The Wait, and it's one of those in the Easy Rider movie by the band. Okay. Lisa said, Lee, Kai are going to upload a video on his geodes. Can't wait. GLF said, keep your eye on Poland. Billions of dollars in NATO equipment being airdropped and ship lifted. Also, China with Russia sending a message to Korea and Japan daily. That could be the kickoff of the biggest scare. I am Kai said, Lisa B might be late. Alex said, don't know much about it, but I think it can lead to scarlet fever and loads of children are getting it, apparently related to the lockdowns, maybe the things. Cynthia said, me too. In and out, short and sweet. Yeah, with the shopping. Lee said, Lisa B, looking forward to it. I'm Guy said, I can't pronounce them either, lol. MJ said, yep. Darren said, any new outbreak can only be from the thing or the lockdown. I am Kai, piano elephants will make you cry. Oh, no, then I won't watch that. Darren said, unless they release another virus. MJ said, clothes shopping awful. Yeah, I hate it. George said, no jab here and I won't be locked down. Same George. SW, I was in shock. Steve Winwood reached out to me on comments on YouTube. I'm such a groupie. Give me some loving every day. Yeah, I like Steve Winwood songs. Lisa B said, Lee, hope your wrist is getting better. Lee said, I piano elephant. Cynthia said, no, it was a glitch at the time. Love your voice. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, that was way off, though. I was so out of tune, it wasn't funny. Anyone who knows the song I was singing would know that I was out of tune slightly. I am Kai said, Oi had seizing the last 3 years. You had seizing? Piano for elephants? MJ said, Meg has a peg, FYI. Cynthia said, yummy, thank you. Ruff said, just remember Santa is Satan. Yeah. Darren said, now Hev's Maltesing. Maltesing. I am Kai says, Guy plays for them and they start to sway along, one cried. Oh, really? Oh. David said, I wouldn't listen to Harry and Meghan if I had an opportunity to watch paint drying. I used to like Harry, but he seems to have turned into a soy bot. Yeah, he's a wuss. GLF said, also Brazil become quite an interesting place Monday. Silva Lula wants to be sworn into office as president. Will the Brazilian military continue to stand with Bolsonaro, a.k.a. Trump number 2? Susie said that Malteser was good, Hev. Thanks. Darren said, serve you right if you have chocolate teeth. Yeah. George said, I could eat a whole bag of Maltesers. I got a box. It's a pretty good size box of Maltesers. It's a box of Maltesers. As long as they don't fall out, I'm right. If they fall out, I'm in trouble because then they'll go all over the floor and I won't want to eat them then. Lee said, Lisa B, it is. If all is well, it will come off the 23rd and then get another one. Shannon said, not ignoring you guys, doing dishes, feeding chooks, etc. Plus less comments from me makes eyes happy. Oh, no. SW said, yes, I thought Harry was taking the pee out of injured veterans with the Invictus Games. Lisa said, Lee, how long do you have to wear the next one? I am Kai said, we miss you, Shannon. Alex said, we know you wouldn't miss the show, Shannon. Re-entry fee. No, I'm kidding. Darren said, 65 people in chat. You'll be lucky to have 65 Maltesers in the box. Yep. Cynthia said, some reporter died suddenly at World Cup. Interesting. My son loves football. Oh. Well, see, everyone's getting to see it now. So surely they'd be wondering what the hell's going on. The people who are asleep, I mean. I am Kai said, I hope by cow, though Blue Jack is good. Yeah, made by cow. It better be made by cow. Where else is it going to be made by? George O'Brien said, who is Aussie Cossack? He's a truth teller in Australia. Alex said, me too, George. Maltesers are yummy. I am Kai said, the splinters next, Leah. It also sucks. Lee said, sorry, Lee. Lee said, Lisa, I'm getting impatient with it. Luna said, well, I'd hope the raw milk is from a cow and not a bull, or that would be an interesting conversation over the brekkie table. Susie said, Kai, my messages are getting erased or words changed. Sorry for what you have to deal with. Medbed's coming and people like you that have been so hurt and messed up will be at the front of the line. Yeah, I hope so. I am Kai said 4 to 6 weeks in the splint, Lee. MJ said, yep, remember that song? Lisa said, Lee, don't blame you. Luna. Alex said, these people have no decorum. Going to a hospital bedside. Yeah, to arrest someone. Ruff said, no, not to arrest Aussie Cossack, to give a fine to his wife. Well, it's one of his videos said arrested while in hospital. I don't know. SW said, have you heard any more on the rental, Hev? No. I did get a application unsuccessful email again, but I don't trust it, so I did ring the real estate, and they said they'd have someone ring me back on Thursday afternoon. I haven't heard anything. So I think I'm going to have to ring them again. Lisa, thank you for asking, Lisa. Hey, Missy T, how you doing? Good to see you. Apparently, Ukraine's harassing Russian Orthodox churches now, their own citizens, but the wrong religion. It's ridiculous. Susie said, is Aussie Cossack a bit in your face like Alex Belfield? No, not as bad as Alex Belfield, I don't think. MJ said, well, and Cynthia said, wow, Timmy. God love you guys. Missy T said, hello again, George. I'm Kai said it really won't change till the enforcers are affected by it. Yeah. Whoops, I jumped. I'm getting near the end. Cynthia said, sorry if spelling's wrong. Darren said, whatever became of Alex Bellin, Susie? He was arrested. I am Kai said, 70% saline and inert. I hope so. Susie said, the time is coming, Kai. Geoloff said, happy birthday, Luna. Ruff said, they're stalking Aussie Cossack on YouTube, watching him dirty little satanic effers. Flyby Stu, just remember they can't force you, they need consent. Yep. Belfield got 5 years in prison from what I heard, says George. I am Kai said, Susie, yes, will break loose for a time. Everyone's saying hello. Lisa B said, prayer is powerful. Yes, it is. Susie said, don't know Darren, but he was an arrogant bugger. How can a man be that conceited when he looks like Alfred E. Newman? Pat said, Aussie has been on Mayor Darcy of Jigoro Council for taking down Aussie, Russian and Aboriginal flags and locked the public outland called the corrupt police. Yeah, well, I was reading yesterday that that National Parks Australia are trying to keep people out of national parks now because you're not the right colour. Bloody hell. Yeah, David said, watched a few of those Piano for Elephants videos. You wouldn't be crying sad tears. Hev, I love elephants. Just so beautiful to see them enjoying music. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I used to watch like some animal videos and like getting an elephant out of, or an elephant's baby out of being stuck in a hole or something, and the elephant was just, and the people had to go in there with their equipment and try and get the little elephant out, and oh my God. Darren said, anyone else willing them to fall out? Cynthia said, got to grab a butterfinger, be right back. I am Kai said, Brazil's leading the way, to be honest. Alex is laughing at Darren. I am Kai said, Geoloft. George says, so long as they fall out into my mouth. Old school Pete, how you going? Just a flying visit, guys. Much love. Have Alex and gang try catch up for a few laughs soon. Cool. I'm coming back on shortly with a gardening video. I'm going to end this very shortly. Yeah, but I'll be back on with the relaxing gardening video, and we're going to have a bit of a chat then. Flyby Stu said, I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Okay, Flyby Stu, have a good one. If you feel stressed this week, may I recommend listening to A Lark Ascending by Vaughan Williams, such a lovely piece of music. Yeah. And Cynthia's waving at Missy. I am Kai said, imagine getting all 3 live chats together, an ultra mega super chat. Darren said, the woke brigade will come if you say a bull can't give milk. Yeah, you never know. They think that, yeah, apparently you can. I'm sure they think that because it's that dumb. Take care, Flyby Stu. See you soon. Cynthia said 3 chats. Old school Pete's got thumbs up. I am Kai. 3 live chats I attended. No, all 4. Kai, that's a good idea. 3-way chat. Oh, I am Kai said, if all 3 of us got on the screen, you mean, and started talking. That'd be awesome. D-Lee said use their tool to come together. All 3 today, Kai. Bigly, said D-Lee. I am Kai said, D-Lee, exactly. I am Kai. D-Lee said, arrange it. I am Kai said, Bruce, brother Jason, Hev, and Kabbalah Guru. That'd be interesting. I don't know who they are, but I'm up for meeting new people. Cynthia said, yay, gardening. I am Kai said, been trying for 4 months, dropping hints. Kai said, that would be awesome. Lisa said, Kai, that would be awesome. Cynthia said peace and love. Alex said awesome. Susie said cows love music too, especially classical. They see a cello or a violin, they come running. Oh, I am Kai said I can't give milk. Who'd want to try, lol? And oh, Cynthia said, oh, Susie. Okay, I'm going to end this stream. I'll be back shortly. I'm just going to get like something to eat. Give me 20 minutes or so and I'll come back. And just want to say love you. Oh, love you too, Susie. And I'll be back and we'll have a nice relaxing live stream. Okay, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.